Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. I wanted to do a quick video talking about a deck interview spread that I did for the Yokai Tarot. So I got the Yokai Tarot for Christmas. Um, I don't have the setup to show the cards facing down. I could use my phone, but my phone barely has any space. Even for a flip through of a deck, I have to delete a lot of stuff to get something to upload. So I'll talk about it like this, and I might do another spread that I have in my book, and I'm happy that I brought this because I like looking back or looking at it from time to time. I generally use like maybe 4 or 5 spreads regularly, but I do have more in this book. I don't have many, but these were archived because I have connected to them and I enjoy using them. So I'm happy that my past self did write down the source of some of them if they were from a guidebook that came with the deck. So for the deck interview spread, it's on this page. You could see the layout, and you could pull out cards and have it the way that you want it to be. But there are 7 cards for this spread. The first one, who are you? The second, why did you come to me? Third, what type or types of reading or readings do you prefer? 4, how will we work together? 5, how will you challenge me? 6, strength. 7, weakness. If I have time for this video, I might do the 9-tail spread from the Kitsune Oracle book. And then I added another spread. So I might show or talk about and kind of show the other spreads that I have in here, but there aren't many. So I pulled out the cards earlier and then I went on a walk. So took them out again, refreshed, and even now thought about like maybe there are different things that I think about when I'm looking at the cards. So the first one, who are you? I got the Hermit, and I'm really connecting to the Virgo aspect of this card, um, and even linking it to the Knight of Pentacles. There's that sense of consistency and responsibility, and that and being diligent with what you're learning and what you're doing. There's almost like a mission to it, and through those types of actions can bring you the results that you're looking for. It's like hard work pays off type of energy, and even with a sense of direction or guidance, it could, that type of information can help along the way, because this one, or the archetype or the yokai here is one that can be a good guide to you. So why did you come to me? I got another Major Arcana card, so Major Arcana Hermit and Hierophant. And there's quite a bit of earth energy that came out for this spread. So this is the yokai that ate the monk. And I feel like this deck is definitely something that's up my alley. And I feel like that is an important part of it. I tend to go for specific themed decks. I love fairy decks. That was like the first type of deck that I connected to. Um, I love the Ukrainian decks, and I just, well, when I started doing the Ukrainian readings, I started to use the angel decks more to pair them with, and some of those angel decks I've never used until I started doing those types of readings, so it kind of unlocked that type of path for me. Um, and I specifically connect to like Japanese style decks. I feel like there's more of like a deep understanding on different types of levels, on being like the personal level of it. And I think that's important too because I didn't have anything against going to Catholic school most of my life. I went to Catholic elementary and high school. So, um, pretty, uh, I don't want to say necessarily proficient or knowledgeable, but we did have religion class every day, and there was a lot of different information that you took in, even if you're reading the Bible every year. So, um, but I will say that I have learned from all different types of religions and spiritualities, and I think that was like an important aspect of it. So I feel like there's like more than meets the eye, and that is one of those messages that comes from the Hierophant too. So the third one, also an Earth's card. So what type or types of reading or readings do you prefer? So I got the Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles. It's pretty um on the Earth spectrum there. So with this type of yokai, uh it's one of those types of golden yokai in terms of uh it representing like one of those like prosperous types of yokai, and it definitely has different characteristics coming from different beings. So it has antlers, deer antlers, and even has scales too. So this kind of feels like there's a type of transforming that comes out of it. And the golden mane kind of reminds me of maybe my hair in high school because I did have like golden copper type of hair in high school, and with the antlers and long hair in different types of practices, it can represent getting messages or receiving those types of things from maybe a higher power, um, whatever type of spirituality or religion that you're associating it with. So, uh, there is a sense of like steadiness that comes from these cards that have been revealed so far, because with earth energy, it's not one that moves quickly. It has like a sense of like decisiveness. So with the Ace of Coins, it can really depict making those decisions and sticking with them, and maybe sticking to a path or finding that path, and uh linking it to the Hermit and the Hierophant. There's a sense of uh say loyalty, but being able to work on that path for a period of time without really um, jumping here and jumping there. Of course, timelines can be different, and the way that we work with the certain resources too. So the next card is how will we work together? I thought this was a sweet card to get. I got the Queen of Wands, and I see that there is a black cat, and there is like this story that goes with why the tail is like that. You see that they're on both sides, and representing like the different types of personality or energy dynamic that goes along with this yokai. So for me, I feel like it really connects on a personal level. Being one that loves black cats, I did have a black cat of my own, and I have kept her hair in this pendant for years, and it's been a long time since she passed, but um, there is like that sense of the Velcro cat type of energy. So I feel that this is a good card to say that, um, like the best friend that will stick by your side. So I really like it for that position. And then 5, how will you challenge me? And I got another earth sign or element type of card. It is pretty noticeable because, well, because I'm an air sign for my sun sign. Um, and then there's the other parts of my chart, but in general, it's the opposite of my element. So I got the Page of Coins, the Page of Pentacles, and this one really depicts curiosity and learning, especially with this yokai here. And I'm sorry, I don't know the names at the top of my head, but going back to the Hierophant, sorry, of having that connectiveness, like uh, learning about and reading about yokai, it's like one of my favorite things to do. I love the stories. So, it's something that I'm definitely interested in, and I feel like with religion and spirituality, for me, I think it's important to have like a passion or excitement for that type of thing. Some might think about it differently, but that's ultimately why I am on this type of like journey of learning from different people, different um, types of, again, sorry, I keep repeating religions and spiritualities. So there is that like eagerness to learn. So I feel that this deck could be calling to learn, to challenge, and to work hard in that type of way to reach that type of fulfillment and results that I'm looking for. And some might be revealed as I'm learning, like I might learn something that I really enjoy. And there could be, of course, other things that, like, it reminds me of The Sims, like, sometimes like when you have a sim that has a like or dislike, like if they don't like something and you try to get them to do something that they don't like doing, sometimes like or a lot of times they like do it for a couple seconds and then they revert back to like doing something else because they don't like doing that. So that could be like one of those things that you push through or that I push through because of course there are things in life that I don't feel like doing, but as maybe an adult, as a human, like it's something that I have to just push through. So, and it gets to the next stages that might be more enjoyable for me. So for the strengths, um, I got the Nine of Swords. And it really does feel like the message is coming in with these types of, well, this type of energy. I was gonna say with these types of energies, I think I might link it to the next card too, which is the weakness, but it's interesting because uh for me it's linking to like messages coming in, and I got the Two of Swords with that. So kind of in a way, at some point I feel like there's a um covering so many bases that it's hard for the weakness to be there for this deck in terms of like how I'm reading it and for me. But at the same time, it's, well, with both of these cards, it does have like a luring aspect to them with the yokai, with this yokai, and with this yokai, luring in different ways. The next card being weakness, which is the Two of Swords. This one is luring maybe like travelers to her, and then once they realize like what the voice actually is and they see that this yokai is there, it's something more like sinister, and being able to um pay attention and to really articulate things and to make sure that you're um sensing things in an effective way and not having like that trickery there. So it could be like the types of things like what the reading is saying. Um, that comes in with the Two of Swords. So that was the deck interview that I did for the Yokai Tarot. I don't know if I want to do the Nine Tails one right now, or like maybe do it on in another video, because this will be like a rare occasion where the video isn't super long. Maybe I'll see the other ones. But thank you so much for watching. I thought this was a fun one to do, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.